Welcome to the Learning Series, where the power of understanding helps you make better decisions. Welcome, everyone. We're going to talk today for a little bit about unlocking your potential, enhancing your IQ earning power. So I'm going to talk about really kind of two things: what one's IQ is, and then also how to really enhance that and become more successful to increase your earning power and overall success. So let's start first with the whole IQ thing. What is the IQ, or one's IQ? It's typically measured on an IQ test. It's typically a number, and it is really, to try and summarize it, it's one's potential to learn. And that number that's pulled together, depending on what test you use, but typically comes up with about four specific numbers that are combined around verbal and performance skills. Verbal skills, your language skills, memory skills, things like that. Verbal or performance skills, really kind of talking more about how you work with your hands and your ability to process information and things along those lines. But ultimately, one's IQ is typically set. It's not going to change. It's really what we're born with. When a person says they're going to work to increase their IQ, that's not how it works. It's not something you can make significant changes with. You can increase it slightly, but nonetheless. So that's what one's IQ is. So some key factors to increase your chances of being more successful in life, given what your IQ is first and foremost become an overachiever. And so what does an overachiever mean? And I've outlined really four things that I've seen in my career that really set people apart beyond just their raw intellectual horsepower, just how smart they are. We've all known people who are very smart, but maybe didn't work that hard. And so they got good grades, but they didn't really amount to much. Well, when you're smart and you're an overachiever, you can do amazing things. But if you've got average IQ, which the vast majority, around 75% of the population have average IQ, the way to set yourself apart is to be an overachiever. First is, to do that, is find something that you're interested in. Find some field, some profession that draws your attention. So many people just go out there just to find a job, and that's not what we're meant to do. To really be successful and overachiever, you need to find something that you're interested in to motivate you to become better in that career. Then next, a strong work ethic. Show up every day, work hard at your job. If you're interested in it, you will, typically. High impact communication skills. Work on being a better communicator. Always communicate in your job, in your work setting, and most importantly, let people know what's going on in your work setting and that you want to do better as you're moving up. Being a good communicator is one of the four key things that I've identified as really being an overachiever. And then the Great Equalizer, and that's time. What I mean by equalizer is time is equal. We all have 24 hours in a day, regardless how small or how big we are, how rich, how poor we are. Doesn't matter. Time is a great equalizer. Use it to outwork people. And it's not necessarily talking about what I mentioned a minute ago, being having a strong work ethic. That's true. You need to have a strong work ethic. But use the hours in the day. Outwork people. Most people only work 8 hours a day. You may need to work 12. So keep that in mind to try and set yourself apart as far as being an overachiever. Next, finding or helping you understand what your real strengths are. And then what I mean by that is helping you to understand, to explore what your interests are and connecting them to your strengths, your gifts, your interests. In the description down below, I'll put a link to the Occupational Outlook Handbook. Free government resource. It's online. It's great. Talks about thousands of careers, what they involve, how much they pay. Are they good careers for the future? Are they dying off? I encourage everyone to look at this. There are many careers out there I had no clue about when I was young. But this is a great resource for anyone watching this video clip. So I want you to really explore that tool in the description below to really help you understand what your strengths and interests are. And then next, finding success in life, getting rich and giving back more, because that's really what life is about. We want to be successful, we want to earn a good income, but ultimately we want to be able to give back more, help others with the gifts we've been blessed with. And so when we talk about what we need to do to be successful, for those of us that are really smart in school, if you've had real success in school and like school, I've always enjoyed learning and being in school. School's never been overly easy for me. I've always had to work hard, but I've enjoyed it. But for those of you that really have good IQ, school's never been really hard. I'd encourage you to really focus on those verbal kind of oriented careers. One's IQ, as I was talking about earlier, kind of verbal and performance skills, but strong verbal skills and performance skills too. But I'm really kind of focusing more on the verbal skills. Long-term memory, for example, that's the number one predictor of one's IQ. So with those kind of skills, your doctors, your lawyers, scientists, engineers, researchers, things like that. So I challenge you who have done well in school, continue to do that and go into advanced degrees like that. Performance-oriented skills or careers. There's a number of highly successful individuals that have performance skills more heavily weighted versus their verbal skills. And you've got entrepreneurs, service technicians, automotive technicians, hospitality industry people, managers, owners of restaurants, service technicians in the airline industry, airplane technicians, repair airplanes. Those jobs are over $100,000 a year, and they take about 2 years of training at a vocational technical school. So understanding what those kind of careers are, if you like working with your hands, and you enjoy, being out and moving around, not necessarily anchored to a desk, performance kind of oriented careers are really good ones to consider. Always remember, and I want to leave you with this, skilled, educated people are going to make 3 to 4 times as much income as those over a lifetime who have no specialized training. So get that training, really enhance your IQ and your overall earning power by using the gifts that you've been given, connecting them with the career that you're interested in, working hard, communicating well, and using your time every day, and you'll be successful. Check the description below for that link that I mentioned, and that's a wrap for today.